Jupiter in Aries in the 10th house implies an ambitious, courageous, and generous personality. This individual is likely visionary, aiming for the top with confidence and enthusiasm. The challenges may include a tendency towards overconfidence and impulsiveness, which might drive them towards hasty decisions. In terms of relationships, they are likely to value independence and honesty. They may be the leading force, often proposing new adventures. Remember, their eagerness can sometimes morph into impatience or domination, which might lead to conflicts. The 10th house placement is associated with career and status. Therefore, having Jupiter, the planet of growth, luck, and expansion here can signify success in professional life. Preferred careers might include leadership roles or fields allowing for constant growth and expansion. This person would thrive in jobs that feed their fire and offer tangible results. Strengths of this placement include optimism, a can-do attitude, leadership skills, and the ability to seize opportunities. However, they need to watch out for an overbearing tendency, being overly impulsive, and a reluctance to follow routines or restrictions. Personal growth lessons may center around learning patience, the importance of grounding, and thoughtful decision-making. To harness the potential of this placement, they should balance their fiery enthusiasm with a measured approach. It's all about learning to acknowledge the importance of small steps in pursuit of grand visions. With Jupiter in Taurus in the 10th house, financial stability and material security are priorities. This person values steady growth, patience, and practicality. Career-wise, they're likely to seek jobs that offer potential for long-term advancement and financial rewards. They're not impulsive risk-takers, and willing to put in the hard work necessary to grow their wealth. In relationships, they're dependable and steadfast, craving comfort and consistency. They prefer partnerships that offer security and stability, rather than unpredictable or superficial interactions. With a generous nature, they enjoy sharing their resources with loved ones, but might struggle with possessiveness or being overly protective. Strengths for this placement include persistence, patience, and a strong work ethic. They have the capacity to manage resources effectively, and can be very successful in the business world. An ability to appreciate life's simple pleasures also brings happiness and contentment. However, the challenge lies in avoiding stubbornness and materialistic tendencies. Becoming too attached to wealth, or defining self-worth by material success, can lead to disappointment. Personal growth lessons involve learning to let go of rigid expectations and developing flexibility. Recognizing that wealth isn't the sole measure of success, and that emotional and spiritual growth also matter, is crucial. At the same time, they need to learn that giving and receiving love isn't conditional upon material assets. Through enduring life's ups and downs, they're challenged to develop emotional resilience apart from their financial circumstances. With Jupiter in Gemini in the 10th house, the individual has a strong drive to learn, communicate, and share ideas. This person constantly seeks knowledge, is curious, empathetic, and often excels in social situations. However, they can also be restless and indecisive, and may struggle with focusing on one area or sticking with decisions. In relationships, this person is likely to be open-minded, adaptable, and eager to learn from their partner. They may enjoy intellectual stimulation and variety in their relationships. However, they may struggle with commitment or become bored easily. The placement also suggests potential career influences. These individuals could thrive in professions that involve communication, teaching, sales, or writing. This placement may also indicate success in public roles due to their ability to connect with different types of people. Strengths associated with this placement include adaptability, versatility, and intellectuality, as well as excellent communication skills. Their curiosity and desire to engage with the world can also be a significant asset. However, challenges may include difficulty with consistency, focus, and decision-making. This overexcitability can lead to a lack of follow-through or jumping from one idea to another without finishing what they started. Personal growth may involve learning to channel their mental energy in a more focused and productive way, and developing more consistency and commitment in relationships and work. It would also be beneficial for them to learn to slow down, focus on one thing at a time, and achieve more depth in their intellectual pursuits. People who have Jupiter in Cancer in the 10th house are often seen as nurturing, ambitious, and socially conscious. Their personality idealizes family, community, and making a positive impact. They seek comfort and emotional security, valuing personal growth nurtured from their roots and experiences. In relationships, they are guided by emotional sentiments, relying on intuition and empathy. This can lead to exceptionally strong bonds, but also potential oversensitivity. They tend to dive deep emotionally in relationships, striving to create a secure and nurturing environment for loved ones. Career choices influenced by this placement may involve professions associated with caregiving, social work, real estate, and food industry. Their career is an extension of their home and family values, pushing them towards roles that make people feel cared and provided for. The strengths of this placement include a positive outlook, emotional intelligence, and strong nurturing instincts. However, challenges may manifest in overprotectiveness or a tendency towards emotional manipulation. A potential for complacency may also present itself. These individuals must resist the lure of achieving enough rather than striving for their true ambitions. Lessons for personal growth imply learning to set emotional boundaries, balancing nurturing instincts and maintaining personal emotional health. By valuing their vulnerability instead of concealing it, these individuals can reach new heights of personal and professional success. They should also learn to distinguish between the necessity of emotional security and overdependence on others for validation or support. Jupiter in Leo in the 10th house reflects a personality that is optimistic, authoritative, and eager for public recognition. Such individuals are likely to display a natural knack for leadership, often exuding confidence and a strong desire to be in the spotlight. This position often suggests rewarding interpersonal relationships. They are passionate in love and enjoy a grand romantic gesture. However, their inclination towards displaying their affections in a lavish manner can sometimes be misinterpreted as show-offish. In terms of profession, they thrive in careers that allow them to shine and be at the forefront. Jobs in entertainment, politics, or another high-profile field are potential matches. Their need for appreciation may lead them to careers where their hard work and talent get acknowledged in a public manner. Among the strengths attributed to this placement are enthusiasm, generosity, creativity, and ambition. However, such individuals can struggle with excessive pride and the need for constant approval. The life lesson for those with Jupiter in Leo in the 10th house might center around refining their self-expression. They are urged to balance their desire for recognition with humility and to channel their leadership abilities for the collective good. Also, they must often learn that it's okay not to always be in the limelight, and that silence and serenity can be as powerful as boldness and extravagance. Remember, numerous other factors in an individual's chart might modify, counteract, or enhance these interpretations. Having Jupiter in Virgo in the 10th house suggests a personality inclined towards meticulousness, discipline, and a heightened sense of responsibility. These individuals are likely to be hardworking, dedicated, and possess an analytical mind. They excel in situations that require careful attention to detail and problem-solving skills. In relationships, they are typically loyal, reliable, and may sometimes come across as critical due to their high standards. Their strong sense of right and wrong makes them take accountability seriously. They are likely to value stability and order in their interactions. Career-wise, these individuals often excel in professions that require precision and high levels of attention to detail. Careers in fields like science, research, health, public service, or administration might be good fits for them. Their perseverance and keen sense of duty can lead them to the top of their chosen field. Despite their strengths, their critical and perfectionist nature can pose challenges. Sometimes, they tend to be overcritical or hard on themselves or others, which could lead to stress or conflicts. They often set high standards which might not always be feasible. To promote personal growth, they need to learn to balance their analytical abilities with a more adaptable approach, accept that not everything can be perfect, and to be gentler in their self-evaluation and evaluations of others. They can learn to use their thoroughness as a strength rather than seeing it as a limitation. Embracing a more forgiving and flexible attitude will also contribute to their overall well-being. Having Jupiter in Libra in the 10th house indicates a personality that is diplomatic, fair-minded, sociable, and naturally attracted to harmonious relationships. These individuals have a strong desire for peace and balance, striving for justice and equality in their personal and professional lives. They usually possess great charm and finesse, which draw people to them. In terms of relationships, this placement suggests a tendency to form partnerships based on mutual benefit and shared visions. They may fall in love with people who can broaden their intellectual horizons or increase their social status. Their relationships are typically harmonious and they make an effort to maintain balance and avoid conflict. For careers, this placement indicates potential success in legal professions, politics, public relations, or any role that requires negotiation and diplomacy. They aspire to positions of leadership and high social status, and their diplomatic skills can prove beneficial in a professional environment. These individuals have the ability to make fair decisions and can handle responsibilities well. The strengths associated with this placement include a keen sense of justice, balance, diplomacy, and natural charm. However, the challenge lies in their tendency to become over-focused on keeping everything harmonious and balanced, which may lead to indecisiveness or avoidance of conflict. Personal growth lessons might involve learning to be more decisive and confronting conflict directly instead of trying to smooth it over or avoid it. Additionally, these individuals may need to learn that it's okay to occasionally put their own needs and desires first, and not always consider others' needs or opinions. With Jupiter in Scorpio in the 10th house, a person likely has a powerful drive for success, possibly drawn to power, mystery, and transformational experiences. They may be particularly perceptive and have an unflinching approach to self-improvement and growth. In relationships, they tend to seek intensity and depth. They might attract partners who help them explore these sides of themselves. Deep emotional connection and trust in their partnerships are prized over light-hearted flings. Career-wise, these individuals may flourish in professions that demand insight and change. Research, psychology, or crisis management could be fulfilling career paths for them. They have a tendency to transform and reinvent their professional image, which may guide them toward leadership roles. Strengths attributed to this placement include resilience, persistence, and the ability to transform challenges into growth opportunities. They can thrive in high-pressure environments. However, the intensity attached to this placement can be a double-edged sword. Challenges may include a tendency toward manipulation, a penchant for power struggles, and the potential for self-destructive behaviors when feeling threatened or insecure. They might also become too focused on their professional lives at the expense of their personal lives. Personal growth lessons might involve learning to balance their drive and ambition with emotional stability and achieving a strong sense of self that isn't overly reliant on their professional identity. They may need to explore ways to mitigate their intensity and harness it constructively. Having Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 10th house means an individual is likely to be optimistic, progressive, and broad-minded in their ambitions and career pursuits. They often possess a natural desire for success and a strong sense of ethics and morality in their professional life, aiming to lead, inspire, and teach others. In terms of personality traits, they are often eager for knowledge, valuing wisdom and truth. They are likely to be adventurous and visionary, seeing life as a journey of continuous learning. However, they need to be mindful not to come off as overly optimistic or reckless in their aim for higher truths and understanding. When it comes to relationships, they are usually honest and direct, expecting the same from their partners. They seek intellectual stimulations and meaningful conversations. They may also have a passion for traveling and exploring different cultures. Relationship challenges may stem from their restless nature or their high moral standards. In terms of potential career influences, they may be drawn towards professions related to education, law, politics, or travel. Their ambition, coupled with their ability to lead and inspire, could make them successful in these professions. But, they may struggle with practical considerations, sometimes pursuing ideals rather than realistic goals. Strengths associated with this placement include optimism, honesty, leadership, and intellectual curiosity. Challenges might include a tendency towards idealism over practicality, potential recklessness, and difficulty dealing with mundane details. Personal growth lessons may entail learning to balance idealism with practicality, integrating greater humility about what they don't know, and learning to appreciate the smaller details of life instead of always aiming for big-picture understanding. People with Jupiter in Capricorn in the 10th house typically display ambition and practicality. They are driven to achieve their goals with a strong sense of responsibility and desire to make an impact. They work hard and plan carefully for success. Their approach to life is rather serious, realistic, and focused on long-term success rather than instant gratification. Relationship-wise, these individuals value stability and predictability. They may have a tendency to play a dominant role and may prefer partners who are dependable and likewise ambitious. Though they can be perceived as reserved, they are loyal and committed in their relationships. In terms of career influence, they're drawn to professions where they can create structures, order, or bring ideas into tangible reality. Typical career paths can involve business, politics, management, or law, where their leadership skills can flourish. Strengths of this placement include discipline, patience, and dedication towards work. However, Challenges can stem from their intense focus on achievement, which may lead to stress or burnout. They may also struggle with being too rigid or overly cautious. The key personal growth lesson for individuals with Jupiter in Capricorn in the 10th house is to balance their intense work ethic with the need for rest and relaxation. Learning to delegate and trust others can also foster personal and professional growth. They could benefit from incorporating flexibility, compassion, and the ability to see beyond just the materialistic aspects of life. Having Jupiter in Aquarius in the 10th house indicates a person who is naturally innovative, forward-thinking, and highly social. They crave intellectual stimulation and often seek to bring change and advancement to society. These individuals are naturally drawn to careers involving technology, social justice, or science. Their strong sense of social justice and fairness could also lead them to pursue a role in law or politics. In terms of personality traits, these individuals are free-spirited, open-minded, and tolerant. They possess a strong desire to break traditions and can exhibit a rebellious streak. Their open-mindedness and acceptance of diversity often make them loved friends and respected colleagues. When it comes to relationships, these people value independence and intellectual connection. They may avoid or struggle with traditional relationship labels or expectations, seeking partnerships that offer freedom and growth instead. Strengths of this placement include innovation, intellectual curiosity, a strong sense of social justice, tolerance, and adaptability. Their visionary tendencies could make them highly successful in their chosen careers. Challenges may include a tendency to rebel, an inclination to detachment or aloofness, and a struggle with conforming to traditional relationship norms. They might also wrestle with expressing their emotions, preferring to approach situations with logic and detachment. Personal growth may come through learning to balance their desire for freedom with the needs of others, as well as acknowledging and addressing their emotions. They will thrive when they realize they can make a significant societal change without necessarily rejecting all traditionally established systems. Individuals with Jupiter in Pisces in the 10th house are often selfless, intuitive, and compassionate. They have a strong desire to help others and can excel in careers related to healthcare, social work, the arts, or spirituality due to their empathy and creativity. They typically have a strong sense of faith and can inspire others, boosting morale in their workplace. In relationships, they tend to be loving, caring, and understanding. Their sensitive and intuitive nature makes them responsive to their partner's needs. They can sometimes put others' needs before their own, which is a testament to their loving nature, but may also become a challenge. Strengths of this placement include compassion, creativity, intuition, and a positive outlook on life. These individuals have an innate ability to understand others' emotions and situations, making them excellent in roles requiring empathy. Challenges can stem from being overly emotional or idealistic, which could cause them to overlook details or face disappointment when reality doesn't meet their expectations. Over time, they may also become drained from constantly taking on other people's burdens due to their empathetic nature. Personal growth lessons include learning to balance their desire to help others with their need for self-care. They may need to learn the importance of setting boundaries and realizing that it's okay to pursue personal interests and dreams alongside their inclination to serve others. As they navigate through these lessons, they'll discover a more rounded, fulfilling way to live and relate with others.